Bonjour mes amis, my name is Freya and welcome back to Star Trek Resurgence. Before we get started, let me show you my gay Romulan jacket. Ow. Headphones. That's what I've been calling it anyway. I think it looks really cute. It's got the bare back kind of look, so it's sort of retro-futuristic. It's got the shoulder pads. I love it. I think I've always sort of had Romulan vibes. I wish that I didn't have a cowlick right at the front of my head so I could have the Romulan haircut, but I compensate with shoulder pads. Alright, let's go.
As I was telling Carter, I want all the data I can get on this warp problem. And the negotiating team's shuttle has been recording data all the way back from Hotari. Even better than our probes. So pull the sensor and engine ISOs from the Melville when it sets down.
Will do.
I'll join you and Chovak down in engineering to run another analysis after the briefing.
I'd really like to play a game like this, where you can choose the species of your character.
I didn't like this warp problem when we thought it was some astronomical anomaly. And I like it a hell of a lot less now that we know someone is doing it to us. How does it work? What do we even do about it?
What do you say we pull these chips and find out?
Like,
Took some damage on the way.
like if you play as a Vulcan, you get the Vulcan nerve pinch. If you play as a Kobliad, you get
That
racial
ionic interference
microaggressions.
scored the hull plating. Might be some micro welds. Let's try pulling together.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
Heck. Until I
won't
use the
budge.
keyboard, it assumes I have
Gotta
like a
be the storm
gamepad or
damage.
something.
We need to... Welcome back. Any excitement down on the surface?
Excitement? No. Nothing like that.
Hey, can you hand me the EJ7 interlock? From the toolbox.
I don't know what that is.
Not much use for one on a security detail, huh? Carter?
Yeah, I'll get it.
I don't know what it is. Also, why are you upset, Miranda?
Okay, I'll apply pressure while you decouple the panel.
Here, I'll help.
We've got this.
Open up and say ah.
Thanks for the hand. We have to get these isolinear chips down to engineering.
No problem.
She's acting like she's
You know
mad at
everything
me.
about these ships, don't you? The tools, the systems. Like a walking Starfleet technical manual.
Well, I wouldn't say everything, but I know my stuff.
I can see that.
Okay, we're cool again, I guess. She noticed that my usual confidence was tempered by some much-needed humility. What's that supposed to mean?
Come on, start pulling chips.
Oh.
What's this?
Some kind of crystal formation?
Ah, heck. I don't remember how to use this thing. Okay.
Whoa. This substance is a quantized spin crystallization of hydrogen, carbon, and lithium. It's emitting tetrametric pulses at an interval of 3.8422 seconds.
Quantized crystallization isn't natural. I mean, it's only theoretical as a means to engineer matter on a subatomic level. What's it doing in there?
Wait. Regulation 364, subsection 9.
What?
Regulation 364, subsection 9 orders that in the case of an unknown foreign substance infiltrating a sealed system, it will be placed in secure confinement before further examination. Retrieve a containment module.
Good call.
Don't you think we're more equipped to deal with whatever this is?
No. Before anything else, this is a security issue. You don't even know what this is.
Which is why we need to study it.
Once it's contained.
Well, if it's not natural, then someone might have put it there. It could be a tracking device. Some kind of sabotage. Or even a bomb.
Which is why we need to get it to the containment lab.
Come on.
I can't make an exception. Not even for you.
I'm still going to report these crystals to Commander Westbrook when we send the shuttle data.
And I will inform my superiors. I'm taking this just as seriously as you are.
Okay, I don't mean to sound insensitive, but you would think a girl with a radiation burn on her face would be a little bit more careful about unknown crystals.
But I overheard talk about the warp disruption on the shuttle. Now these crystals? Maybe this situation is more than we can handle with just a science vessel. We could trigger a distress call, get Starfleet to send more ships. Or I could send a message to my old CO on the Adirondack. Get some combat-tested vessels.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. If you think you could do it without getting in trouble.
I'll find a way.
Be very careful.
Okay, stand back.
See, that's a lot safer than going at it with your bare
Get
hands.
this to the containment lab. We'll get it set up for you. I'll let you know when it's safely confined.
Oh, we'll be there.
Last thing you want is to study this down in main engineering and have it explode next to the warp core. Almost forgot.
Can't have that.
I guess we're cool. I don't know why she seemed in such a bad
For a
mood.
second, I thought she'd gone cold on you.
Yeah, me too.
Like she might have changed her mind. But I guess this whole situation has her spooked. Maybe she knows more than us? Or it's because this is all happening so fast?
Yeah. There was something a little off about her.
Like that talk about sending a distress call? That was pretty out there. Although, you didn't seem to think so.
She noticed how I shared her suspicion when Miranda returned from Hotari. Okay.
She was probably just thinking out loud. I'm sure she'll come to her senses. This mission has enough complications stacking up.
Now, we'll get through it. You, me, and Miranda too.
You shouldn't say things like that, because then there's like a chance one of you will die.
Commander Rydek was able to work behind the scenes during the negotiations and made contact with a representative from the Hotari delegation named Tylus. She mentioned an unusual artifact of unknown origin being held under tight security within the Hotari Palace, which she believes came from the mines on Tau. Now, this artifact might have a connection to the revolt, to the storm, and to the warp disruption we now know has been targeted at the Resolute. Commander Rydek, if you want to take it from here.
Of course. Tylus managed to infiltrate the heavily guarded location within the palace and sent us these scans using my tricorder. It appears to be some sort of control panel, possibly connected to the warp disruption weapon originating on Tau. Of particular interest is this symbol, which we couldn't identify the origin of.
Federation database has records from a vast number of civilizations. If anyone from Starfleet has come across this before, the system should recognize it.
Cross-referencing with Federation records.
Displaying symbols from Federation database with a 90% probability of match or higher. Select a symbol to further analyze.
I don't think that's it. Maybe. That one's a little closer. Dang, they've got a lot of symbols. Oh, hey, Klingon Empire.
.2% match.
Got it.
So, what are we looking at?
The design and composition indicate this is a glyph associated with the ancient Tkan Empire. Their civilization collapsed over 600,000 years ago, but once spanned millions of systems with a population numbering in the trillions.
Fascinating. The Tkan were once the most advanced, most powerful civilization in the galaxy.
Is it possible the Hotari found Tkan technology?
I wonder if they even know what they have.
Our knowledge of the Tkan is limited. I have only encountered passing references to them.
I can't speculate about how much they know, but one thing's for sure. They know how to use it.
Indeed.
Which might explain how they seized control of the mines.
And targeted us with a weapon that prevents warp travel.
Computer, what is the last recorded discovery of other Tkan artifacts?
On stardate 41386.4, the USS Enterprise D, under the command of Captain Jean-Luc Picard, discovered a Tkan outpost in the Delphi Ardus. According to the mission summary, an unbreakable energy-draining field was deployed against the Enterprise and a Ferengi ship. The Enterprise was only able to escape after negotiating their release with an entity known as Portal 63, Guardian of the Tkan Empire.
Unbreakable energy draining field. It starts to make sense.
What else is there?
There's a lot here. Let's take it piece by piece.
Select the aspect you wish to learn more about.
The technology to capture and hold the Federation flagship would have to be unbelievably powerful. Computer, what else can you tell us about the energy-draining field the Tkan used?
The Enterprise D was unable to break free on its own. The precise nature of the technology was never fully understood. Only that the crystalline technology used was beyond the comprehension of then-current Starfleet science.
The engineering team found a quantized spin crystal formation in the shuttle you took to Hotari. They registered tetrametric radiation coming from it.
We have Tkan technology on board right now?
We might. I'll run a full analysis in the containment lab.
There appears to be some sort of restriction order from Starfleet. Computer, explain this restriction.
A Starfleet directive similar to General Order 7 forbids entering the Delphi Ardus system or attempting to make contact with Portal 63.
Starfleet doesn't throw up a no trespassing sign for just anybody.
I suppose it makes sense considering what happened to the Enterprise D.
What sort of planet is Delphi Ardu 4?
Delphi Ardu 4 is an M-class planet, a barren rocky world with little to no vegetation and frequent ion storms. The giant crystals that grow there absorb energy, but it is not understood how they do so. The entire Delphi Ardu system, consisting of 11 planets, was considered completely uninhabited until the encounter with Portal 63.
Frequent ion storms. That can't just be a coincidence. Someone from the Tkan Empire is actually still around.
Or at least was, 16 years ago.
Computer, what other information do you have on Portal 63, Guardian of the Tkan Empire?
The entity known as Portal 63 is of an unknown nature. A biped humanoid, he was unaware that the Tkan Empire no longer existed at the time of the encounter. He was able to control the crystal-based technology of the Tkan outpost through apparent telepathic means. It was by his choice that the Enterprise was released from the energy draining field after Commander William T. Riker of the Away Team argued on behalf of both Starfleet and the Ferengi.
Telepathic control of their technology.
As I have said, they were the most advanced civilization in the galaxy.
The Elydians should have crushed the revolt. But if the Hotari have Tkan technology and can control it, I see why they're willing to negotiate peace. For all we know, this could be just the beginning. And we're up against something greater than we can imagine.
For now, it's probably best we don't let on how much we know.
Play our cards close to the vest. Smart. I agree. Then when the time is right, we can confront them.
Diplomatically, of course.
Right.
We've been able to triangulate the source of the ionic interference and warp disruption to a specific mine on Tau. Engineering used the latest data from your shuttle to pinpoint its origin. There.
So we know where to look.
We need to know what's down there. What the Hotari are hiding. To better understand what we're up against. And to neutralize it if we can.
Captain, embarking on a mission to the Hotari moon would not be viewed favorably by either side. However, given the circumstances, we are entirely within our rights to defend ourselves.
I just want to make sure this doesn't blow up in our faces. Which is why I'm thinking of sending Commander Rydek on a covert mission to Tau.
Am I going alone?
Assuming you're up to the task.
I mean, sure,
Require
but...
absolute secrecy. And obviously, it's not without risk.
I'm ready for action, Captain. Just say the word and I'll be there.
I'll admit, I wish I could go myself. I'm hoping Tylus can accompany you. The priority is to avoid detection. It's a calculated risk. The last thing we need is to get caught and then blamed for violating our neutrality and aggravating an already tense situation. We can't afford any mistakes, which is why I've chosen you.
Tylus will be essential to my success. Not only her knowledge of the mines, but her ability to gain access, particularly now that we know which mine we need to get into.
Make sure she understands the need to keep this covert.
She's not going to want her people to know about this.
Get in touch with Tylus and make the necessary arrangements as discreetly as possible.
Captain Solano couldn't help but be impressed by my intelligent approach to the mission despite the evident risks. Bedrosian was awestruck by my fearlessness. Aww, that's cute.
Bridge to Captain Solano. The Elydians have moved additional ships to the edge of the Hotari system. Current heading is straight for the homeworld.
Understood.
It would seem we no longer have the luxury of waiting. In that case, may I suggest you and I return to Hotari Prime. Doing so will provide Commander Rydek as much time as possible to complete her mission.
Agreed. We'll hail the Queen's delegation from my ready room. We all know what we need to do. Dismissed.
There's something really weird about the way they animate eyebrow raises in this game. Cause, okay, I can only speak for myself, but when I raise an eyebrow, I do it from the outer corner. And I'm pretty sure most people do too. I'd have to pull up a reference of Spock raising an eyebrow. I'm sure that won't be hard to find. But in the game, it sort of looks like they raise it from the middle. I know that's a weird thing to nitpick about facial animations, but...
Petty Officers Diaz and Edsolar, where is the crystal formation that you found in the shuttle? I have tasked Ensign Calloway with performing a full analysis of the tetrametric pulses.
Security brought it to the containment lab.
I was just there. They don't know anything about it. Security never checked it in.
Miranda never got there?
She's the one that had the crystal formation?
Diaz, Tamaris.
Try her again. Commander Westbrook to Petty Officer Miranda Maris. Respond.
Something's not right.
That doesn't sound good.
She's still on the ship. She has to be.
Computer, locate Petty Officer Miranda Maris.
Petty Officer Miranda Maris is in the isolinear storage array on Deck 5.
I'll go find her.
Good.
I am sure Mr. Diaz can attend to this on his own.
I'm not. Oh, the creepy music. I don't like it.
Someone improperly pulled these isolinear chips.
They're either gonna kill my girlfriend or reveal her as some sort of traitor. Either way, Carter's gonna have a bad day. Oh, heck. Chips.
Did this?
Who do you think? This is incredibly fishy.
Miranda? You in here? Hello?
Oh boy.
Hello? Hey! Miranda?
What the hell are you doing, Carter?
What are you doing?
Almost knocked me to the lower level. What's wrong with you?
What were you doing running from me?
I didn't know it was you. There's no reason for you to be in here.
Commander Westbrook said the crystal formation we found in the shuttle never made it to the containment lab.
I don't know why he'd say that. I brought them there myself. Whatever he told you, he got it wrong. All I know is where I left them.
Why didn't you answer when I tried you on the comm badge? When I called out to you in here?
I guess I was caught up in my work. Now, if we're done
Dude.
here, I have to go.
Dude, that is so sus.
Do you mind?
Yes!
I'm in the middle of my shift.
I saw the data terminal and the isolinear chips. Were you copying data? There's no one else in here.
I wasn't. I was performing a security sweep of the area.
She took offense when I confronted her with accusations. Well, to be fair.
And you didn't see the open terminal? I want a straight answer, Miranda. What are you doing here?
Carter, if things are gonna work out between us, I'm gonna need you to trust
Oh,
me a
you are
little
not
more
gonna
than this.
pull that card.
Because this is not a good start to a relationship.
Girl.
And I don't get why you're acting this way.
It's hard to trust you when you aren't acting like yourself.
I'm not gonna keep explaining myself to you. Especially if you're not gonna listen to my answers.
Etzelar de Diaz. What's the holdup?
Don't answer that. You and I can work this out. Please.
Let go of me. I'm going to respond.
I can't let you do that.
Miranda.
Etzelar de Diaz. Are you okay?
Diaz to Etzelar. I need some help.
So I see you found each other.
You were taking so long, the commander sent us to see what the problem was.
And you said you needed help while we were on the way.
Diaz, you were sent here with specific orders, and fighting your crewmate wasn't one of them. What the hell is going on here?
Let's just let them explain.
I'd like to hear that, because I know what it looks like.
She attacked me
That's ridiculous.
and tried to get away with this. She was copying data onto it. I must have interrupted her when I came in.
This drive is unauthorized.
There are ISOs all over the floor.
And that's why I was in here, investigating this situation.
Uh-huh.
And when Carter came looking for me, we got our wires crossed. It wasn't anything more than that.
Check the data on this drive. I'm sure it'll show her access codes were used. And there were probably files copied while I was still with you two in engineering.
That makes sense.
Then get someone down here who can prove that. But until then, I have to go.
I don't know what's going on here, but I think we need to call it into security. She can explain herself in the brig.
Hold on a minute. We don't need to put this on anyone's permanent record. Miranda, maybe you're feeling out of sorts and we should head to sickbay so the doc can check you out?
Yeah, I haven't felt right since I came back from Hotari. I think I should see the doctor.
You two know her? If you really think she's not well, we can take her to sickbay first. But what I know is this is a security breach, and we should treat it as such.
Please, just let me go see the doctor.
She did have a bumpy ride back on the shuttle.
No one else
Come on,
got
Carter.
weird on the shuttle. Also,
It's Petty Officer Diaz.
like, as much as I love redheads, she's kind of losing her charm. She's furious that I sent her to the brig. Well, maybe you shouldn't have been copying data, my girl.
I need a security team to Deck 5.
This is unbelievable.
You gonna break up with me now? Well, you can't be that mad. You know what? Benjamin Sisko sent Cassidy Yates to jail for running for the Maquis, and then they got married, so, like, this won't be a big deal. Where's my girl? What lies beneath? Should probably wrap this up soon. Find Tylus.
Foliage on Tau resembles underwater plant life on Earth. The universe is full of mysteries. Rydick here.
Zermatt, any trouble getting to the surface?
I'm really starting to miss transporters.
As long as this storm is around, you'd better learn to light shuttles. But if you can find the cause of the interference, we might be able to get back to transporting.
As if I needed another incentive. We both know there's a lot more than that riding on this.
Fair enough. You'll need to get in and out of the mine undetected, so I hope Minister Tylus can help in that regard.
So do I.
And to keep this covert, we'll refrain from contact unless absolutely necessary.
I always knew
Understood.
Edsolar was the better woman.
Rydick out.
Not just because I love an Asian-coded girl with spots. Because I love a redhead too. Just, Miranda is really souring on me. And she was souring on me before all of this. So, I can crouch. Can't wait to do this in inappropriate situations. I'm just gonna be like, at a meeting and I'll just...
The ionic interference is coming from underground. I should find a safer way down there.
What, were you thinking about jumping? I just said to examine the pit. Okay, so she's over there. Is this a way down or not? I hope I topped up my, whatever it is Kobleads need.
I saw your shuttle take off. Hopefully no one else did. It's good to see you. Even under these unfortunate circumstances.
When you called to give us a scan, it sounded like they caught you. I was worried you'd been hurt.
It was nothing I couldn't handle.
Lead the way. I'll fill you in on what we've learned about the situation.
Follow me.
She's cute. I like her. I like her a lot. I liked her from the start, but
The device Galvin and Sidron brought back from the mines
now she's probably gonna
is being
die.
used to control some sort of warp disruption weapon that has the Resolute trapped in Hotari space.
I never trust that any character I get attached to will survive.
According to our readings, the power source for that device is on this moon, at the specific coordinates I sent you.
That sounds impossible. That explains the rumors of the Hotari controlling the ionic storm.
We strongly suspect the device was created by an ancient empire known as the Takan.
The Takan?
Once the most powerful civilization in the galaxy, but they've been gone for over 600,000 years.
It's hard to believe there's something like that on Tau.
Which is why I need proof. If we find hard evidence that Galvin and his allies are hiding dangerous Takan technology, I can convince the Federation to let us intervene.
Understood. We're almost there.
That's the mine?
Prospect 614 North, Subdivision 20.
It's enormous.
Just one of the thousands across Tau. The pride of Hotari.
How do we get inside?
The structure that circles the mine has entry points for transporting equipment into the lower levels. They're guarded, but nothing I can't get past using my authority.
Well, that's good to
I
hear.
love a girl with big muscles and
As long as you
authority.
can avoid being seen, I should be able to talk my way past any miner. And provide a little distraction for you in the process.
How do I avoid being seen?
You don't use the door. How dare you! Don't you know who I am? I am Tylus Altaris, Minister of Diplomatic Affairs.
That's not
The Queen would be furious to hear you try to deny me entry.
the Queen. But I just...
You just what? Just now realize the trouble you've made for yourself? And who exactly do you think you're going to report this to? Because I'll be reporting it as well, to someone much further up the ladder.
Okay. I gotta stop here because I'm over time on the recording, but I'm looking forward to this scene. I love her. I wonder if I can strike up a romance between Jara and... what's her name? Tylus? Yeah. Cause I didn't ask for the romance between Carter and Miranda. That just happened. It was thrust upon me. Sure, I went along with it, but only cause she's a redhead, you know? But I would be down for a Jara-Tylus romance. Alright, that's gonna do it for this video, so thank you everybody so much for watching. If you enjoyed, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!